Hi all, I'm Kevin Sparenberg and I want to have a quick conversation about how you're managing your physical security IoT infrastructure. There are many solutions out there to help you monitor and manage your devices, and I'm not here to tell you one is better than the other in every scenario. Physical Security Device Management is a complex subject with many nuances based on the organization's compliance needs, their size, location, the size of the team, and more. What you need to understand is what good enough means for your needs. There are some questions you really need to ask yourself, and we'll talk about them today. Do you already have a video management system that's working for you? That's great. But is it doing enough? Are you still plagued with manual work, troubleshooting weird edge cases, or not having a simple to use solution? How many physical IoT devices do you have? Are they all in one location? If they're in different locations, how are they connected to their management system? Are you reliant on WAN links or VPN tunnels or the internet? Are you going to fall into the speed of light trap? Are there concerns about over-saturating bandwidths on your links? What types of devices do you want to monitor? Is it limited to cameras only? What about access control systems or building management? What about shooter detection systems or turnstiles? Are you watching the connectivity between your physical IoT devices and the respective network switches? Speaking of those disparate device types, what vendors' devices are supported? Are you all in on a single vendor? And what happens if you merge or acquire another organization and they don't use your current vendor? Maybe you're already running a multi-vendor infrastructure. Does your current solution support devices from all of your vendors? What about securing your devices? Do you have an admin level account? Because you should have an admin level and be running user level accounts. How do you handle password rotation? Can you do this for both admins and users? What about certificates? Do you know if your SSL or 802.1x certificates are out of date? If so, can you remediate that by updating them in bulk? Do you have or need a distinct separation of powers? Is a team or individual responsible for the care and feeding of devices, while another is responsible for the data within the streams? In other words, should everyone who could touch your physical security devices need to have the visibility into the camera video feeds or other personally identifiable information? Many IoT devices, but especially cameras, can already put a toll on the underlying network. Do you really need to pump those feeds to a monitoring and management solution and also to the security officer's screens? Shouldn't the management of the physical security devices be separate from the video surveillance? After all, they are separate duties for physical security professionals. When onboarding new devices and replacing end-of-life and end-of-support devices, how do you know when a new device has been added? After the device is added to your management system, does it need to be added to another system for monitoring and compliance? Speaking of onboarding, do you know when your devices are end of life and you need to start looking for replacements? Do you know what devices are already end of support and no longer getting the support and updates from the vendors? How far in advance do you have this information, and how far in advance could and should you have this information? Furthermore, are you required to use only devices bound by the National Defense Authorization Act? How do you know if your devices qualify? What financial ramifications could ensue if devices violate the NDAA or other compliance standards? Does your solution play nice with others? Can you integrate it with multiple other solutions like additional video management systems or key management systems, network ports and devices, service desks for ticket tracking, and others? Basically, is it an open system where you can collaborate with your other tooling? After you've taken time to think on and answer these questions for yourself, weigh your options accordingly. Not every solution is a 100% match for every scenario. You need to ask yourself one final question. Is your current good enough actually good enough? If you've got questions of your own about how the SecuriThings solution works alongside your existing solutions, come on over to SecuriThings.com and check out our resource center or schedule a call. We'd be happy to provide answers and show you how SecuriThings can help you get the most of your physical security investment. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today, and from me to all of you, thank you for keeping us safe.